You know the easiest way to sneak up on your enemies is to make them think that they already won. Sneak attack. You won.
Now, there seems to be a sense of unpredictability about Unique at this moment, and unpredictability is normally a tactic from someone who's actually in power and control. But the underdog, and in this case, Unique, really can use it to his advantage. He finds himself outnumbered, with no money, no connect, and no soldiers. But this is where he threw in a series of unpredictable moves, which left Marvin a little confused.
Nigga want peace, so he rob us. Fuck kind of peace is that?
So again, unpredictability can sometimes leave your enemies a little confused, and it can also make them make a tactical error, which in this case was not killing Unique. Unique admitted defeat to Rock. She won, and he said all he wants now is for peace and for him and his family to be left alone. Now Lou said police would be all over them if they found Unique dead, but Rock planned it almost perfectly with Howard, and it was a mistake not doing it again. But I do see Lou's point. But Unique is someone who at this moment in time is playing chess, not checkers. Because to win, you need to be patient and throw in moves which are completely out the ordinary. For example, Lou and Marvin first jumped to Juliana being the one who hit them. They didn't think Unique would be stupid enough to hit the stash, not again. But this game is built on patterns, whole sequences of moves that are being played before and will be played again, but only with slight alterations. And this is what Unique did. He hit the stash house before, and he did it again, but only this time he asked for peace in return. And I think Unique's gonna play another similar move with Lulu, which he did in season 1, and I'm gonna come back around to this later on. But this is where I think we find Unique. I don't think anybody knows what he's gonna do next, what his thought process is, and how he plans on regaining this power and control back. And I do think that's a great place to be, not just for Unique, but also for us as the audience watching. One of the biggest advantages someone can gain over their enemy is by making them think they've already won, just like Kanan once said to a young Tariq. And this in turn will not only make Rock drop her guard, but also take her eyes off him, because she believes he's done. Rock at this moment in time has got so many things on the go. She's got the projects, she's got the 40s, expanding into Jersey. She's also got Lou who wants out of the game. There's Kanan who's getting closer to the truth as each day passes. Duke is getting closer to Kenya, and who knows what secrets she could reveal. In terms of the street game, Unique's not the only threat to Rock. Salbacelli will be another, so the goal for Rock is control. She's similar to Monet in that respect. She loves control, except I think we can all agree Rock is on another level compared to Monet. But there is no halfway point when it comes to power. You either have control over everything, but Rock can't do this because she doesn't have her eyes at the back of her head. She also can't be in 3 places at once, and she doesn't have a trusted right hand, Lou, by her side. She's got Marvin instead, who to be fair is showing a lot more layers this season. So just to give this video some more background and context with what I've just said and what's to come, this is what Joey Badass had to say in a recent interview. I think his mindset is he's got to get back to the top. He's full of resentment and definitely seeking revenge, because how could you not feel that way? Being framed for something he had nothing to do with, being taken away from his family, and this position of power being totally diminished. He's definitely determined to get back to where he was, and I don't think anybody is going to get in his way. With him getting out of jail, getting back on the streets, seeing all the changes, there's no telling what he's going to do next. If I wasn't anybody else opposing him, I'd definitely keep my eye on him. Buckle your seats and hold on, because there will be a lot of twists and turns. Now, this is why Unique finds himself in a bit of a unique position. There's no way of telling what he's gonna do next, and if he starts taking this unpredictability to a whole nother level, then this can sometimes throw people off, which I think is hard to do to someone like Rock, because she kneels to no man. But having said that, there were many times in Power where Ghost looked lost and unable to make moves and get out of tough situations, and this is where he needed the helping hand of Tommy. So I do think Rock will eventually find herself in a position where she'll have everything coming at her all at once, and this is when she'll not only be at her most vulnerable, but when we're gonna see Unique making his move, especially because she tends to take her eyes off one thing to concentrate on another.
This is what this do. When he wants my attention, he fucks with my world.
Now, she described her business as her world, but I thought Kanan was supposed to be Rock's world. And rewinding it back even further, that's when she took one eye off Unique, which allowed him to steal her stash. She saw Unique's girl at the bodega, and she's been waiting to move the stash from the bodega ever since season 1. She said it was temporary, yet still remains in the same position. But not only did she keep the stash there, she saw Unique's girl, and yeah, sure, she put this level of fear into her, but she went straight back to Unique and told him where she saw Rock. So of course Unique was gonna put 2 and 2 together. And so now we're seeing Rock making a lot of mistakes, and I don't think she's realizing she's the creator of most of them. So she may be powerful, strong, and someone who kneels to no man, which is why Juliana was in awe of her in season 1. But now we're even gonna see Juliana question Rock. But it is a common theme in the Power universe where every kingpin or queenpin has their time. And just like Joey Badass said, there will be a lot of twists and turns. So there will come a time where Rock really finds herself with her back against the wall. And Unique is someone who knows he made a lot of mistakes in season 1. But great leaders learn and adapt, whereas Rock has shown a lot of arrogance this season. And her arrogance along with her lies is what will ultimately cost her in the end. But how can Unique come back if he has no connect, no soldiers, and no money? Now there are a few ways. As I mentioned before, Rock is someone who's gonna self-destruct, but Unique can make a world a living nightmare and create problems for her in the streets. For example, he mentioned how he can kill Juliana and create a problem for her between her and the Colombians, and that's because Juliana is Joaquin's cousin, and that's a weak link for Rock. Could Unique also find out about Kanan being Howard's son? We will talk about Detective Burke being the one to find out, and ironically she will step to Unique in episode 4, and I do wonder if Detective Burke says something which just sparks something in Unique's mind to wonder. Now Burke is also another way Unique can make Rock's world that much harder. He knows she was the mastermind behind Howard's shooting, but whether or not they can prove it is a different story, and Unique also knows the street code, you never snitch. Now what I can see Unique doing is picking apart Rock's organization one by one, and I go back around to how I said this game is built on patterns, whole sequences of moves that have been played before and will be played again, but only with slight alterations. So what move have we seen Unique try before?
But it's exactly what I'm looking for in my organization, to say the least. The big thinker, true visionary like yourself.
This is where he stepped to Lou once before about turning against Rock, and I can very well see him doing it again. Only this time, maybe Lou may actually think, fuck Rock, she took something away from mine, which could be the record label. Now it's time to take what's hers. Again, it all comes down to just waiting when Rock is at our most vulnerable, and that time will come. There will be a time where her empire is on the brink of being destroyed, along with the relationship with Kanan, Lou, and everybody else, and all Unique needs to do is be ready and pounce. So that's a breakdown of where we are in terms of Rock versus Unique, and where Rock may think she's the one in power and control. Is it gonna last? There's definitely a few twists and turns to come, and one where I think Unique will end up in top by the end of season 2. But drop all your comments down below on Unique versus Rock, and of course if you are new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 3 and Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.